Monday I have a couple, so it's
So let's go. So this phone. So did Governor Christie call you? Did you call him? How did this come together?
He called to say amazing, because he sees things like this, and we've had him in Orlando, 25,000, Mobile, Alabama, 35,000. We get by far the biggest crowds, including Bernie, who's second in all fairness, but we get by far the biggest crowds, and it's like a movement. And basically, it's a movement to make America great again. It's very, very simple. It's a movement to make our country great again. We have lost at everything. We lose on trade. We lose at the border. I mean, Mexico, what Mexico's doing to us is incredible. They're taking our businesses, and we just don't know what we're doing. We have a country with leadership that has no idea what they're doing. Our military can't beat ISIS. You look at the deals we're making with different countries throughout the world on military and trade, and you wonder why we're losing so much. We're sitting at the top of a big bubble because of all these horrible things that are happening, and I'll get it straightened out very quickly.
I think anyone who studies your business career knows that you put the top people in the right job, and it seems that you're really putting people in on the delegate hunting and preparing for the convention. As we sort of move towards the next phase, talk about your mindset and talk about what you're thinking as you go towards the convention to make sure you lock down those delegates that are supposed to be yours.
Right. Well, I don't know if we were supposed to win Wisconsin, but I think we have a really good chance to win it. And we're pretty close to even on the polls. And I'm up here for another 3 days. I won't leave, until after the whole deal. I think I'll leave on Tuesday, probably sometime late. So I'm doing a lot of speeches. I mean, a lot of speeches just like this with thousands of people. So I think we have a really good chance of doing very, very well in Wisconsin. That's important. And then we have New York coming up, and we have New Jersey, we have Pennsylvania. We have a lot of great states where I should do very, very well, where I'm polling very well, but we should do well. And in the end, we'll see what happens. It's a little bit tough because when I first started, we had 17 people. And you go into those early states, and if I won with 21 or 22%, that was a pretty good number because we had so many people running. One would have 1% and 2% and 3%. So
I remember a poll we did in January or in the spring that showed you at 12 in New Hampshire, but that was second place.
Right. Well, that's because we had so many people. So that's really pretty unfair because those early states that I won, because there were so many people, you couldn't get that many votes. Because there's never been, whoever heard of 17 people? It was actually 18 people, but whoever heard of that many people running? So those early polls, I would win, but I'd win with 22 and 25, and it's, crept up. Now I see you actually have a pretty good poll for me. I'm up in the 40s in this area, right?
Especially outside Wisconsin. The WOW counties.
Yeah, right. I'm doing really well. But we're just slightly behind, which is good because I think I'll outperform.
Everyone roots for the underdog like you, sir.
Yeah, sure. I want to be the underdog. But your poll, I just saw that yesterday. It just came out, and it looked like a very promising poll.
So go back. The delegate count, because every state has their own rules.
Right.
And we're moving into the next phase. So could you just sort of assure our viewers and your supporters that you're going to hold on to the delegates you're supposed to have?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Well, what I really want to do, to be honest, I'm not thinking too much in terms of the convention. What I want to do is get the 1237. I want to get that right now up front. And if I can do that, that's that's the easiest. And then I go against Hillary, and, I haven't hit Hillary yet. I haven't really gone after Hillary yet. And I think when I do, I think we're going to be very successful. I did about 2 months ago on something where she said something which was
once on Instagram.
Right, and once on Instagram. But when I go after Hillary, I think I'm going to be very successful because I built a great company, a tremendous company. All the papers are filed, and everybody's amazed at how great and successful. And I don't say that in a bragging way. I say that because that's the kind of thinking we need in this country. We have debt now of $19 trillion, going up to $21 trillion with the omnibus budget. And we're going to do something. I think we're going to do something really special. You guys will be very happy.
Of course, we're based in D.C., right. John Hines and I. And we saw you come into town Thursday.
Right.
You drove by. You didn't say hello.
Oh, I should have.
You should have said hello. I had a cake in the oven. But what was the message to the RNC?
Well, I have a good relationship with the RNC. I'll let you know how I get treated pretty soon. I'm seeing things and I'm feeling it out, and I think I have a very good grasp of what's going on. We'll see what happens. I'm right now leading by millions of votes, as you know, many millions of votes over Cruz and over Kasich, and we're leading by a lot of delegates, almost 300 delegates. but I'll see what happens. All I want to do is be treated fairly. I have to be treated fairly by the RNC.